growing up, it definitely left an impression on me. I would watch like the original Japanese Power Rangers before school in the morning because it was like one of the channels that we would get. It was like this Japanese channel. Couldn't understand anything, but I just thought it was like the coolest thing because of the colors and stuff. And then later on, got introduced to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, which kind of like changed everything for me. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And the Yellow Ranger was a girl in it, so I was like, yeah.
Me personally, right? So I used to watch the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie at a very unhealthy rate, to be honest. And no, it was just cool being able to revisit. You know, nostalgia definitely kicked in a few times. Let's just say that. Yeah. Well, we all trained really, really hard, to be honest. Some of us trained at 8711. Some of us trained in,
Where they were
Australia,
living.
yeah, wherever they were living. And then when we got to Vancouver, we all trained together. It was like this really big, like warehouse that they just built and fixed up for us to be big, fit kids.
Yeah.
From wire work to mats for fight training or choreography, and it was really cool. I feel like so Billy is mostly a person that stays to himself other than people that he knows from either birth. That's why he just stuck to his parents, right? And he didn't try to find friends after he lost his papa, until it was like, all right, Billy, there's no progression right now. It's just you and your toys. That's all you have. And so that's why when Billy goes back to the mine, he's looking for more. But then he finds that more in these, other characters, in the other five Rangers. And I feel like that's more of the reason why Billy trusted himself to open up to these, these other four, because he met them at the right time. He went to the mine looking for something more to further his connection with his dad, even though he lost him, right? And then he found all of these different jewels in people, and that's what really made that friendship spark in Billy's mind, to where he's like, okay, I came here to find this, but I found these people. This must be good, Yeah.
I feel like when everyone first meets Trini, they kind of think she hates everyone because it seems like it. But really what it is she just hates what she's going through. And that is that she doesn't know who she is and that she's lost. I think she feels like she has no purpose. And she struggles trying to find that purpose. And although at first, being a chosen one, finding a power coin seems like an inconvenience to her, she realized that that's her purpose, that these kids are her purpose, that she was able to have friends, that she doesn't have to feel bad for being different, that she can actually feel okay with being different because all these other characters are different as well. And she's definitely like this lost girl that's just trying to find her way. And I think the other characters really bring the best out of her. And she realizes that she can maybe be a little nicer sometimes and let those walls down. I think it's an honor to be a female superhero. And not just that, but to be co-starring with an amazing, talented young lady like Naomi, who plays an amazing job as Kimberly. I think it sets a really good message for a lot of young girls out there. And not just that, but for young boys as well, to see that these guys don't treat us any different because we are girls. I think the diversity in genders and us saying, we're not one without the other and that we're all equal is a message that I stand behind 100%. And the story, the sisterhood that kind of grows with Trini and Kimberly is, it's not, it doesn't happen right off the top. There's a genuine build to figuring each other out and where they stand, but they don't hate each other. And I think that was something that was really cool to see, because usually it's like the mean girl and the outsider, and all they ever do is fight and hate each other. And really, they don't hate each other. I think they kind of at first want to be each other. Kimberly sees Trini and is like, man, she's so real. She cuts all, BS aside. And I wish I could be like that, because Kimberly's only ever known fake. She's only ever had fake people around her. And I think what Trini admires about Kimberly is that Kimberly is so self-assured. She's confident in who she is, and she has it figured out. And Trini wishes she could do that. She looks up to Kimberly because she's that way. Well, you just mentioned some of the biggest actors in the industry who are so well established. And, somebody like again, back to the girl power, Elizabeth, who is a woman in the industry who's not just an actress. I mean, she's a director and producer on her own as well. And the way she came onto set was just so inspiring, I think, to all of us. The way she really took control but never stepped on anyone's toes, collaborative, but very sure of what decisions she wanted to make for her character, and just that balance as a smart actress was just like, it definitely like inspired me, and like I was taken back by it, and like, wow, she's the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
I think they will fall in love with these Power Rangers mostly because they will see themselves behind these masks, right? So they can literally replace me with themselves. They can replace Becky with themselves, and because these characters are so like human driven, right? They're actual human beings with real problems, and we show that, right? So there's no such thing as perfection. So heroes don't come from perfection. It comes from people who accept imperfection, and they accept themselves. And yeah, it's just that's the message that this movie puts out, because that's how humans live life. We mess up, we come back, we fall, we get back up. And this movie is about showing that doesn't make you, less because you mess up. It's just
Exactly.